Nobody's fault. My mum was on my mind a great deal. Excuse me. I lost my mum, Karen, to ovarian cancer in 2013 when she was 57, and she's always on my mind a great deal. But for some reason, the grief had kind of reared its ugly head again, and kind of realised, for any of you in here who've lost someone, which is sadly probably most of you, you'll understand that the grieving process really is a process. It never really goes away. It gets easier with time, but it's always kind of there a little bit. And I kind of got thinking about it, and I think I realised that it kind of reared its head because it was coming up on the 10-year anniversary of her passing away, and that just made me feel kind of guilty that she'd missed so much, time. And I consider myself really lucky for two reasons in life. One, I've got a brilliant dad and had a brilliant mom who just tried their best to be parents and love me unconditionally and support me in ridiculous things like, hey, I'm 12, I think I'm going to move to America and be a blues guitarist. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a really smart idea, you should totally do that. Just the normal things that parents support their children with. After I dropped out of drama school at the age of 10. And also the older you get, you kind of assume everyone's got a good parents, and you realise sadly that kind of foundation in life isn't actually something everybody gets, and I shouldn't take it for granted. The second reason I consider myself really lucky is that I was able to teach myself how to write songs, which is just a really creative and therapeutic way of processing all the emotions that all of us feel, but I don't take it for granted that I get to sit down and process it, and at the end of it have a song that, pretty much sums up how I feel, and then I get to go share that with lovely people in Ohio, such as yourselves. Thank you. So I decided to write a song about my mom because, I'd never really done that. And quite quickly I sat down and realised it was coming out as like a letter from her, that if we were able to talk again after 10 years, what kind of things would she say to me now and what fresh advice would she give? And I realised two major things. One, my mom would never ever want to be the cause of any kind of negative emotions for me, whether that was in a life or in a death. She just wouldn't want me to be unhappy or depressed or guilty over anything, let alone, her. And secondly, I think she'd say, she only got 57 years, and that sounds like a long time. It's really not. And my mom was like a marathon runner and never drank and owned a gym, and I live on a tour bus with 9 men from Detroit and a sausage dog who can and will eat anything. So as far as lifestyle choices go, mine are pretty poor in comparison. So God knows if I'll even get 57 years. Jury's out on that one right now, but so the point being is that no matter how long I live, it's going to come and go fast, and I'm going to be gone a lot longer than I was on this planet. So why the hell am I wasting a single second being upset about someone and something who wouldn't for 1 second want me to be anything but joyously happy? So what I'm trying to say, thank you guys. What I'm trying to say in a very long-winded fashion is that if any of you are going through that or know that you might be about to, try to remember that if you're lucky enough to have loved someone and had someone love you genuinely so much that when they leave, it leaves a massive hole in your life. They would never want anything for you but joy and happiness, and to live the rest of your days as well as you can. And my viewpoint now is I feel like I've got to have twice as much fun and be twice as happy for me and for her. So if you are going through that, chin up. I know it's easier said than done, but all my love, I know it's hard. And this is called Fade Away, and I hope you like it. Love's a game we all learn to play. Some hold your heart and then walk away. Sometimes you change them out, but there's no going back. And the sky turns blue, but baby, blue's now black. No, there's so many things I would have told you if only we'd have had the time. No, while we're here, let me remind you that you're doing fine. It's 24 hours in a day, and dancing every single one. Wished I could have stayed. So many memories still made, and they're all such a blessing, given the mistakes. 365 days, living one at a time. You'll be okay. Darkest clouds that never stay. Before you know it, it's all come and gone. One day it'll fade away. Time's a gift you don't appreciate until it's come and gone and it's just too late. No, there's so many things you'll learn without me, and that's okay. No, just so you know, you can see me, I'm still here anyway. 24 hours in the day, dancing every single one. Wished I could have stayed. So many memories still made, and my life's such a blessing, given the mistakes. 365 days, living one at a time. You'll be okay. Darkest clouds they never stay. Before you know it, it's all coming gone. One day it'll fade away. Love's a game we all learn to play. Some hold your heart, but they fade away. It's 24 hours in a day, dancing every single one. Wish I could have stayed. So many memories still made, and they're all such a lesson, given the mistakes. 365 days, living one at a time. You'll be okay. Darkest clouds will never stay. Before you know it's all come and gone. One day it'll fade away. And one day it'll fade away. Phil Whitfield on the keyboards, everybody.